Hi everyone. Good afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon. Yes, I hope all my settings are doing well. I want to try not to move too much. Yeah, I apologize. Earlier today, I was doing the live stream. It went out for maybe a minute plus, and then I had to end it because an error code popped up. So, oh wow, and now my computer's making this hissing sound. So, bye. So I hope it's not too bad. Well, anyway, yes, good afternoon. Well, this is my third third video for my new channel, Sunset Journey. Yes, I and as you guys know, if you watch this is Lilly, my little Havanese girl. She's actually shaking right now. I was trying to fix the monitor. The settings for the live stream. I use OBS in doing the live stream and for the camera setup and everything. And well, it, I had to like clap my hands to see if the timing for the audio and the video are in sync. And you know what happens when it's not in sync, it's very distracting watching the video. So this was the best I can do. And at least on the monitor, when I'm looking at right now, it seems very clear. But yes, let me know out there, any of you who are watching. I have two monitors on, my computer and then the actual monitor itself, the big one. And let me just see here. Okay, yes, I see that we have a someone viewing. Yes, good afternoon. And if you're the same person that's watching early, I apologize. There was some technical difficulties. And yeah, my computer. And I'm still a novice at all this. And I learn as I go. I was having some real problems with my camera. But anyway, yes, so welcome to today's live stream on my Sunset Journey channel. Again, this is my third video for this channel. And I want to try to keep it light, just try to be as natural as possible. And yes, so yeah, I invite you to just say hello in the chat room so that I can say hello back. And it's always nice. It's really nice to know that someone is out there, and when you get a name, it makes it more personable and everything like that. So if you feel comfortable to say hello, you could just type in chat and just say hello. Okay. So anyway, yeah. So what I want to talk about today is regarding what I did yesterday. Yeah. So, as you guys know, if you saw my other two videos, a family member, my mother, was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer. It was, the cancer was initiated by estrogen, which is really odd because she's 90 years old. She turned 90 this past February. And so being way past menopause, the estrogen levels are low. But either way, that's what the doctor said. So I it's unfortunate and everything. But what I want to talk about, I went over to see my mom yesterday. Yeah, I got there relatively early, and I spent basically the whole, maybe, let's say I got there, I think it was around 11 or 12 o'clock in the morning, and I left, let's see, we went to the city. Yeah, my mother, we live in New York City, and I went into one of the outer boroughs where she lives, and we watched a little TV, and then me and another family member who drives drove us to the city. Yes, and it was really nice. The weather was beautiful, and what we did, let's see. Well, we went to the pier. There's a pier on 43rd Street on the west side, and it's a really nice pier. They have a strip. It's like a long strip. Sorry, my voice starts to go. But either way, we went to the pier, and it had patches of, grass and trees, and there was a live Cuban band, and they were playing Afro-Cuban beats. It was really nice. And you know what I didn't really know was that my mother likes music. And I also found out that she also likes little kids. And she gets very animated. She like would go up to a person next to us and like tap them on the arm and say, "Oh, you should be dancing. You should be." And she's like, "Really?" And she did a little jig. Yes, she did. Yeah, I never saw my mother like this. See, for me, my mother was always someone who is mommy. She's the role model. She's someone who that you just follow along. You just do what she tells you to do. We never really we didn't really go out a lot when I was a little girl. I may accompany her if she needs to buy me some shoes or clothes, and that's basically it. And then at home, she wasn't really that engaging with us. I mean, she has a presence, but she liked her solitude. She would just, be in the television room, read her newspaper, or do her crossword puzzles. And she'd just sit there the whole day quiet, And so I found like, I really wish growing up that she was more talkative to me. So now really getting more into who my mother is, I'm seeing the other side of her, I don't want to sound negative, but the more human side to her, like the person, not the mommy, but the person, as if she's someone from some other place, and you see her for what she is. And it's really interesting. See, I'm learning now who she is. And I never saw this side that, my mother liked music. She's so conservative. But we went out, and so I started to dance a little bit with her too. And just to get her, help continue her being more lively and everything, just to get exercise. See, she sits all day in front of the television set, and we're trying to encourage her to, walk, to do things. She's mobile. She can walk unassisted, but if the ground is like on an angle, on an incline, that can kind of throw her off a little bit. It surprises her, and she could fall, and she did fall in March, but at home, and she did get hurt. I mean, no broken bones, but she had a black eye, and that was very alarming. Yeah, that's my little doggy sneezing. Yeah, let me show you her, so you know who's here. Yeah, this is Lily. Yeah, my little girl. Yeah, I just want you to let you know who's here. So yes, so it's just really weird that, to see that she's likes to engage with other people, because she didn't really engage with us at home. But again, my mother had 7 children with my father, and so I just saw her as just mommy, and she cooks, and she tells us what she expects out of us, and that's it really. But now as an adult, now me as an older adult, and living on my own, and then coming to visit her, and we go out, then you see how she interacts with others. and it's like a whole new game. It's a whole new mentality that I never saw. And it could be quite shocking sometimes. Shocking that, because I always saw her as conservative and non-engaging. But when we were listening to the Afro-Cuban music, the live band, it was, her face lit up. She lit up, and she looked alive, you know. And I tried to take a video of her, but I pressed the wrong button. I thought I pressed it all away, and it didn't take. But it was so beautiful to see her really, really excited, and um, just she seemed like a young girl. And then she kept nudging this lady next to us, and she was pregnant, the other lady. She looked like she might have been in her 30s. And my mother kept touching her on the arm and saying, hey, oh, how come you're not dancing? And blah, 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 blah. That's said, Mom, she's pregnant right now. She was kind of big, but my mother didn't notice that she was pregnant. So, and then she starts um, talking to some of the other people near us, and this guy got really sarcastic. Goes, hey, something to the effect like, well, you're having fun for all of us, because she was really getting animated and everything, and wanting other people to engage with her and to dance, But some people just are good listeners, and get into the music. But I danced a little bit with her, and took photos of her. So I would say for this particular yesterday's meeting, going out, is really like I want her to, no matter how many months or years she has, I want these latter years to be exciting for her, and I want to create new memories for myself as well, because at one point there was some things that were not as positive, and I told myself, because I was at one point extremely upset some years back, but I said to myself, I said, I can be a real angry person and resentful to everybody, or just take her for what she is now and try to build new memories. Yeah, that's the key word, new memories. And then just go from there, so that when that time does happen, you have all these new positive memories that you could remember her by, rather than things in the past. And it's a good alternative, and it's helping me relax more, because it's like, okay, well, I had this positive experience. Hey, maybe we could have another positive experience, So it makes me feel good. I said, wow, hey, maybe we can do this again. So I'm hoping that we could try, because again, she doesn't like going out, but now that the weather in New York City is starting to get warmer, it was like maybe 60 degrees yesterday, 60 degrees Fahrenheit. So it will be getting warmer, and so I'm hoping that we'll try to go up. But again, when it gets too hot, forget about it. She doesn't, she won't do well in the heat, direct heat at all. So while it's still spring, to try to encourage her to go, maybe, to continue going into the city and meeting people. And I want her happy. I want her happy, and I want to be happy watching her. It's really a nice alternative, because again, she's mommy, and she's the one that just, cooks the food and sits there and read the newspaper and crossword puzzles, But I want to learn how to really engage with her in a conversation, and an adult conversation, as if you're just girlfriends, just to talk, so I can find out more about her. A lot of times when people pass on, that they kids don't know who their mothers, who their parents are. What are they? What are they like? I mean, their personalities. What are their interests, likes, dislikes? So it's shifting your mode of interacting. One as a child, their child versus a neutral person, you know. So and maybe I'll be able to learn more about her childhood and things like that. So this is again my journey with her, and as I said earlier, when we come out of that womb, that's when the sunset begins. A sunset is a whole journey that, it rises in the east and sets in the west. So right now it's going more towards the west, and I want to learn how to see that beautiful sunlight before it fades. And I'm also thinking when that final sunset comes that, the person, we don't really die. And I that's what I'm learning now, that we don't really die. We only change form. That the physical would disappear, but it's that soul, that personality, that consciousness that continues. And so I'm speaking that, as a comfort to me, because my not thinking like that's what could make people really, really upset. But to see this as a natural journey, a natural process, it's not so spooky. So yeah, so that's what's happening. Let me see what else. Another thing. Well, this is also a little sensitive. I again, this channel is not. I don't want to embarrass anybody. I want. This is really like a diary for me. It's something kind of private, but I am putting it out there on YouTube. But I mean, when you're dealing with a lot of siblings, I have 6 other siblings, and of course you're going to have conflict, and especially when you're dealing with a parent who's getting older, when you have to discuss how health treatments, what they're going to take or not take, you know what I'm saying? How to handle those real personal affairs, household affairs, estate affairs, things like that. And yesterday it was a little drama, but it was resolved. That's all that I'll say. And so what I'm learning about the incident, without saying any details, is that it has try to do things collectively. Even like you may have someone who may be in charge of the estate or a power of attorney, but when there's more than one person involved, when it's something major, a life-threatening decision, anything dealing with estate, money, bank accounts, checking accounts, things of that nature. Do it together, because it could be misconstrued that you're trying to do something without other people knowing, and so it may bring about a feeling of distrust in the other person. You know what I'm saying? Without really saying it. So again, this is about learning. I'm learning, and those of you who are watching this channel, it's also for you when you get to a point in your life, whether it's a family member or a friend, and you're responsible for their care, power of attorney, things like that, their estate handling. and you have more than one person involved, just do things together. Um, Try to stay calm and just make sure you're all on the same page, you know? So that's what I got for yesterday's interaction, which was May 10th, 2019. Yes. So right now it is 2:41 p.m. Yeah. So that's all that I have to say right now. And yes, I really hope that you liked what I had to say. And yeah, so if you have questions or comments, you just write them below. And each one teach one. And it's good to know how other people handle things, and to encourage each other to, when you get news that a loved one has has cancer or life-threatening disease, try to do things that are positive, to uplift the other person, to uplift yourself as well, and make it the best as you can. Take each moment as something beautiful, so that the other party feels it also. Okay. So I thank you again for watching this Sunset channel, Sunset Journey channel. And share this video with friends, family members. Again, as I said, you can comment below and to give me that thumbs up. Okay? So take care and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.